Hey guys, it's Amy, the resident white girl from the Xennials podcast, and I just wanted to take a minute to tell you about Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you a little. It's free. There's all the creation tools you need to edit and record right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will do the dirty work for you and distribute everything for you. It's everything you need to make podcast in one location. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
We're on.
Hello and welcome back to the Xennials podcast. You're here with me, Tora. We got Chris. We got Ames. Hi. Hey guys. So, how was your week? Anything awesome, productive, non-productive happen? Meh.
I don't know about non-productive because I've been pretty busy this week with a lot of different things. So
Right.
it was not non-productive, it was a lot going on this week. I can definitely tell you that.
Well, guess what? Mercury is officially in retrograde, so there you go, guys. Get prepared. It's going to be shitty. As one of our other co-hosts has found, Mercury in retrograde is not really fun, but there you go. We're here. We're in it. Let's get it popping. I had a decent week. It was not bad. I massaged a few people, which I like to do, and unfortunately, one paid me in a check and I lost the check. So, yeah, Mercury suck ass. But anyway, Ames, how was your week?
Let's see. I patched holes and spackled and textured a wall in a bathroom, and then I mounted a TV. And last night I got hit on by a guy who thought I was 25.
You're doing good.
Right.
You're doing good. You were super productive. And you got hit on. That's
Look
not
at you.
bad.
Yeah,
Right?
Look at you.
You're doing
just
good.
productive as hell and shit.
The look on his face when he found out I was a month shy of 40, he was like, damn, congratulations, because
See, you did good. It wasn't a bad week at all.
I thought to myself, yeah, this is what happens when you don't spend every night of your life in a bar and doing drugs.
It's a possibility, guys. You can actually do that. So, great to see that. It is awesome and wonderful to know that everyone, even our missing co-host, is alive and well at this moment. So, this episode is going to be about friends.
Sorry, I started to break out in song.
I was waiting on somebody to.
It was there, but I had to worry about copyright.
Okay.
That's what stopped me, because I was so about to talk into I'll be there for you and going on all the way through.
I literally set us up for the title, but I guess we can't sing it. So friends, period. How many of us have them? Question mark. There we go. That's the title. That's the show. So, what is a friend? A friend is a person one knows and has a I don't know what, I think this says board. A bond. Boom. This is literally my handwriting. Can you believe this? Hold on. A person one knows and has a bond of mutual affection with. There we go. That's a friend. That's a friend. We have mutual affection for people, one another. That's your friends. A friendship is a state of mutual trust and support between allied nations. I'm sure that's really not the definition we were going for, because allied nations, I don't.
Like there's too many allied nations out there right now.
I don't think that's it. Okay, but if you were a nation, what kind of friend would you be? What nation would you be as a friend? I don't think I would be Switzerland, because Switzerland don't pick sides, and Switzerland is just like, hey, I'm in the middle. Switzerland. So I don't think Switzerland would be a good friend, but I guess it's
Switzerland's that friend that won't pick sides, but show is ready for the fight whenever it go down. Like they ready for it. If it's going down.
okay.
No, they're the friend that says, I'm not going to pick sides, but if either side comes to me and is like, hey, they got them. Like, all right, you know what? Give me 10 minutes.
Okay.
I got you.
With that being said, Switzerland might be a good friend, depending on if you get to Switzerland before the other nation does. So Switzerland might be a good friend. So, okay. So that's friends and friendship. Types of friendships. There's an acquaintance, which is a person one knows slightly, but who isn't a close friend. When I was younger, I had a lot of close friends, but as I got older, I have a lot more acquaintances than I do friends. I don't know if that's a feeling for everybody else, but I don't have as many friends as I used to have, close friends. I have acquaintances now.
See, for me, the progression now is acquaintance. Basically, you're just someone I know. Then I have a close friend, which is someone I talk to. Then I've got my best friend, which is I talk to a lot more than I do my close friend. And then sometimes you get lucky and you get promoted from best friend to family.
There you go.
Yeah, acquaintances aren't on my list of people that I can talk to. Like, I'm good. We're acquaintances. Oh, okay. Hey, how you doing? Talk to them just like that. Learned a couple of lessons over the years about acquaintances, and my thought process has started to change about that. Like, we just coworkers, or you just somebody I see on the street every couple of days or whatever.
Right. You just somebody I kind of like. I know you, but
yeah.
We just on the crew together.
Exactly. We just
we're working together so we don't get fired. We need to get paid. That's
we just here so we don't get fired, boss. Yeah, pretty much. And then there's close friends. I got quite a few close friends. I have a couple of best friends, and then there's the promoted level of family that I probably have more of those than I have in my actual family. So
I always like the family that you get to pick.
Right.
Yeah, they're fun.
Those are amazing.
Because those are the ones that you like.
Right.
Like there's people that are family that you just like, I just got to deal with this bitch. But
because like when I talk
there's
about
a friend that you pick, I like that one.
Because it's like when I talk about you guys, I have to explain they're friends. I met them through my previous job, but they're not really friends. They're family. Like, that's my brother and that's my sister, and they're like, okay. I'm like, you ain't ever adopted people into your family?
Like, y'all are lame. You're lame anyway.
Like, I'm sorry that you don't have friendships like that.
Yeah, if you don't have people in your life that are there because they want to be, not because they were born there, then you have lame people in your life. That's it. Period. So, best friends. Do y'all have a lot of best friends?
I count on my fingers 3.
Okay. Here's a question. Are you best friends with the people that are best friends with you?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Because I know that there's sometimes you can have that person that be like, oh, that's my best friend. You're like, really? But okay. No. But yeah. I have a few best friends, and one of my best friends I've known for 37 years. I'm not 40 yet. So I've known them for 37 years, and we basically went to school together pretty much all through high school, except for my last 2 years when I transferred to a different school. But yeah, we went to school from Head Start to high school. We went to school together, and we even lived next door to each other for a few years. So yeah, That's one of my besties. That's what I consider my best friend.
Yeah,
So,
one of my best friends I've been knowing since I was 14 going on 15. Yeah, about 15. And the funny thing about him is that we share the same birthday. He's only a couple of years older than me. I think 3 years older than me, but we share the same birthday. And we've been friends from Chicago to Texas to now he's in South Texas and I'm here in North Texas. But yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Now I have one of those type of friends where except that friend got promoted to my sister. So I don't really call her best friend. It's more like, hey sis, hey girl, that's my sister. But we actually have the same birthday too. It's just I think I'm about 3 or 4 years older than she is. But we have the same birthday, and hey girl, that's my bestie too. She lives back at home. I've been trying to get her down here, but she ain't coming. But that's neither here nor there. So how do you do it? Like, would you consider it, is it easier to make friends now as opposed to when you were 5? Because my answer is no. I'm not good at making friends. Like, I'm super vibey compared to when I was 5, I guess. And like, if I'm not feeling you, I need to back the hell up. I can't. But when I was 5, it's like, yeah, we have on the same skirt. That's literally how I met one of my best friends. I had on an outfit that she had, and she was like, I have that outfit at home. And then we just stuck together. So I can't say that if I see a chick outside with my outfit on, I'll be like, that bitch. It's not like, hey, that's my best friend now. So it's harder for me to make friends now as an adult than it was when I was a kid.
So I agree. And actually, I never really was that good with making friends. I actually didn't really start making friends until high school. Before that, I was pretty much still the same way I am now. I wasn't really outgoing. I didn't really talk to people that much like that.
Okay, so here's where I'm going to jump in. Because, and I know that Amy can attest to this, because I'm almost for sure it happened the same way with her, but Chris became my friend first. He's like, you dispatch now. And that's how Chris became my friend. He out of a slew of people was like, yeah, that's the one I want right here. So really, I don't know how Chris says this, that it's hard for him to make friends, because Chris, if he rocks with you, let's go. Don't even worry about what they talking about. Get off the plane. Let's go. Don't even worry about it. Let's go. Okay.
It's the vibes. Like I didn't learn it pretty much until I got out of school what the vibes were. And then I realized that if my vibe matches with your vibe, and I watch a lot. I call myself a watcher. I watch a lot. I don't say much, but I watch a lot. And I'll watch situations and see the reactions or whatever. And I'll sit back for a while. And even with you, Tor, I sat back and watched for maybe a couple of weeks. And there had been, discussions in the background, like, okay, we need to do this. And I was like, okay. I got my eye on somebody that I think would be perfect for the position. And the question got asked of me, are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure. They were like, okay, pull the trigger. And that's how that happened. Same with Ames.
You got stuck with me because I couldn't walk into a bathroom.
Yeah, Ames was the interesting one, because I had been watching Ames too. Like when I walked in the door, I tried to stay as low key as I could at that point, because I didn't need a lot of people to know some things. So I stayed low key and I was in the background. I was watching a lot and I was watching Ames, I was watching how she was moving, you know, and I was like, yeah, that one. Yeah, that's cool. That's something, that's a person that I can hang out with. And then bada boom, bada bing.
And then I get
bathroom floor.
Yeah, and then I get a 2 weeks later, I need you to come up here and get keys. Your truck is downstairs.
Okay, wait a minute. Listen, I'm not sure. Do y'all want to explain the bathroom situation? It's sounding a little weird for the people who don't know the story. They're like, okay. Bathroom floor? What the hell?
So,
what the hell?
I went to go use the bathroom at the facility we were in, and there was no wet floor sign. So when I walked in, I slipped and landed on my elbow and mucked it all up. So they put me in a dispatch room and made Chris babysit me to ensure that I would not get up and do anything, because apparently I gave off the vibes of you can't, like, nobody puts baby in a corner.
So basically you and Chris met because he had to be on babysitting.
Pretty much.
And it just moved on. It just grew from there.
There was a chair. There was a sit. There were about 5 people coming in the office. Like, why? And I'm like, long story. Long story.
Because it was like anytime somebody turned their back, I was trying to get up and go back out and do stuff. But they're like, no. But because, you know, you can't keep me down.
So now I got to keep her occupied with random stuff that I'm doing at the desk just so she won't move. Yeah.
So when it comes to friendships in the times that we're living in, how do you make a friend in the middle of a pandemic? Or do you just be like, fuck it, whoever I got is who I got. Those are my people. That's it.
That part right there. That part right there.
I'm not trying to go out. I don't need nobody breathing on me. I seen you use the door handle, and baby, I don't know where the hand been. I don't need no friends. Like, I mean, you can't shake hands. You can't see a face. You just see eyes, and you just be like, let me see what kind of vibes the eyes is giving.
You don't want those from me. Because see, the way it turns out is I'm the friend that you don't want, but the friend that you realize you need. Because I'm gonna keep it spicy, because you never know what you're gonna get with me.
Okay. So when it comes to friendships in the middle of a pandemic, we just ain't doing that. No new friends. Like Drake, no new friends. Okay.
No new friends. Like
No new friends. Okay.
First and foremost, I'm not trying to go outside that much. You know, even with restrictions being lifted and all that good stuff, I'm still at the mind frame of not yet. But I mean, we still in the middle of a pandemic. I don't know how anybody missed that, but okay.
Man, I was out today. It's being missed. They are like, oh, no mask at Walmart. I'm free.
Yeah, I went to go get my boys from work, and it was just like, no sirree, Bob.
Yeah.
Not me. I was like, I'm headed right back to the house. But all I came out for was to come pick y'all up, headed right back to the house.
So with that being said, we not doing no friends in the pandemic. No new friends in the pandemic. If you my friend, that's it.
I was still going out and doing what I do. I wasn't trying to make new friends, but I'm still going out and doing what I do, because my thought process is if I get taken out by a virus named after a fucking beer, karma came full circle and got me right where it was supposed to.
At the bar. At the damn bar.
Right. They ain't gonna stop me.
Okay. All right. Well, so, friends. So there's, of course, we all know there's different type of friends. One type of friend, platonic friend. So a platonic friendship is friendship between two people who could, in theory, feel attracted to each other. Is this a good definition?
No, because platonic friendships don't recognize the attraction.
Right.
It's
and I was
not
like,
there. It's like you're just another
person I like to hang with.
Right. Like it's almost like that one person who's perfectly straight. Like it doesn't matter if you're, Jason Momoa good looking. Like somebody be like, who's that hot guy you're with? And you're looking around like, what guy?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, that one standing right there next to you. This bozo, I've known him for 10 fucking years. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Is he hot? Because I don't. Like, what? Is that a fact?
So news to me. Like, I never.
You just start looking around, like, for real?
Yeah. So for me,
so?
I think that I did get that definition off of dictionary.com, and it was like, I'm gonna go ahead and write it and tell y'all, but I'm not quite like, I don't feel like you have to feel attract. I mean, I guess in theory, yeah, because you have stuff in common with the person or whatever, but it's like that attraction thing kind of threw it off for me.
No, because I'm not trying to have sex with me, and if that's where we're at in our friendship, like you are nothing more than like a male version of me, and I barely like get to be with myself. So I couldn't.
Oh, wait till we start. Wait till we start coming up, and you guys can see the facial expressions. They're golden. They're golden. You guys, they're golden.
There's stories
Stand
to
by.
be told. There's stories to be told just in the looks we give each other.
Stand by. You're gonna see those looks. Stand by. Coming soon to a laptop near you, I guess. So yeah, I kind of disagree with the whole feeling attracted to your platonic friend. However, us are platonic friends. My God. So, Amy, how many rumors have you heard about you and Chris? Like, seriously, because there's always, being a platonic friend, this is one of the downfalls. There's always a rumor about you somewhere. Somebody done said that y'all done hooked up, or y'all hooking up, or this is what y'all, and it's just like, oh,
that's just it.
God.
As close as Chris and I were, and at one point we were riding into work together and leaving work together and spending like any time that we weren't tied up with, the aspects of our positions within the company, we were together. And ironically, not once was there ever a rumor that I know of about him and I. Yeah. Now, there were tons of rumors about you and him. There were tons of rumors about you or him and our previous co-hosts. There were rumors about him and random people that he just hi to. But
I remember who was it? Someone, I believe it was it's an unnamed supervisor that I had personal issues with, not one that I dated. But anyway, an unnamed supervisor was like, he got that all girl crew. They just pull blankets. I'm like, yeah. What else you think he doing with them? Go ask them.
Nothing
Go ask.
at all.
Those are the rumors that I would hear. I'm like, Lord, and it's not rumors that I'm hearing. It's people coming for confirmation. I'm just like,
yeah, that's what I would.
I don't know what y'all want me to say.
Like they would come to me and be like, "Is he with so and so?" And I'm like, no, because I don't want to go into the aspects of Chris's personal life, but I knew the significant other at the time, and I was like,
but here's the thing: everybody know her. You know her. You know her. You see her. Why would you ask? But you think the wild birdie girls, right? It's the wild birdie. Boy,
And this was not on that. Listen, what was the motto again? If Christopher was getting as much as Chris was getting, I'd be a happy person. I literally would say that to people about 5 times a day. Like, oh, you messing with so and so? I don't even know this person. I just said hi. I just said, hey, how you doing? You know, my name's
I can
Chris.
remember somebody came to me and asked, and I looked at him and I went, "Did y'all see he's on a warpath today, right? Like, do you seriously think if he was hitting that on a regular basis, he would be in this mood?"
I know there's been so many times people have been like, yo, him and the manager, right? Ask her. Go ask her. You asking me like I'm the manager. Go ask her.
I think my response to that one was, no, she prefers them a lot younger.
Well.
Moving right along.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Just saying that
no shade, but at the time.
Shade.
Yeah.
We all know.
No shade, but at the time shade.
It wasn't me. I'm straight shaggy.
Yeah,
I'm straight shaggy in this situation. It wasn't me.
And there was, you know what? There were a lot of rumors. Now I'm going to be honest. I didn't know there was rumors about me.
Oh God, yeah.
I didn't. I had no idea.
Because you guys. Because you guys have the same last name for the longest time. Everyone thought you were the significant other, and we're trying to figure out if you knew he was cheating on you. And I'm like,
meanwhile, here I am holding hands with another supervisor. So,
right,
so we're on D terminal.
Right, just in elevators and whatnot.
Well, I think in the elevators going to the gas pump.
The only time I ever asked anybody anything in regards to the two of you was I asked Chris. I was like, okay, you guys have the same last name, and I know it's a jump, but just out of curiosity for my own sake, are y'all related in some way, shape, form, like cousins?
That was you. I'm not even gonna lie. The HR manager, that was one of her questions in the hiring process. Not gonna lie. Do you happen to know a guy named Chris? And I'm like, no. She's like, you're not related to anybody named Chris? I'm like, no. And I think she think I was lying. I was like, no. That was literally a question in the hiring process.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think I just asked for my own personal, just wanting to know, because I saw that you guys were friends and you had a closer friendship and relationship than he had with other people that I had visually seen. So I didn't know if there was like a familial connection.
That's because I like Chris.
Right.
Fuck them kids at the job. That's because I like Chris.
Right. But I mean, because you guys had the same last name and everything, and you guys were both you guys were both kind of on the same page with the way that you felt about certain things. I thought there might have been a familial connection. And like it didn't surprise me that there wasn't. Just my own curiosity was like, are you?
And I get it.
Have you traced your family trees back far enough to figure out if you aren't actually?
No.
These were actual questions she asked, and I was like, I'm not going through all of that work, but no.
No, I do have relatives in Chicago, but that's as far back as I went. But as far as rumors, I did not know there was. Yeah, I didn't know there was platonic rumors as far as. God, I mean, of course, I knew.
Yes.
The crazy thing is that there's always those rumors, and I can honestly say that I had at one point in time. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, my mic went out. My headphones went out. But at one point in time, I could say that I was questioning a person. Hey, are you in this guy? Oh no, he's married. We're just friends.
Sure.
I know. 9 months later, there's a baby. Oh, okay. Do what y'all do. Make it happen. But yeah. So I can understand why people would be like, But at the same time, it's like, if I'm telling you no, then just roll with the no. It's a good chance that it's a no.
Because I used to, like I said, I thought it was funny when everybody would come to me and ask, and I'm like, y'all see us roll in together, you see us leave together, we have lunch together, we go smoke together, like,
you know what? I honestly believe that Chris is the most gossiped man in that building.
I guarantee to this day, I
the
guarantee
most
you
about man in that building. Because guess what? As far as I know, Chris has hit everything walking in that building.
Right, everything but me.
I could never understand that. Like, don't I have standards and taste and whatnot?
What it is that
something.
I mean, you're right. No, you're right about that.
Something.
Because some of that you like, you know, she looked like a boy, right? I'm just saying, like, that ain't his type. Because she looks mannish. She looks like a man. You wipe the makeup off, I can see the mustache. I'm just saying.
There's a couple of other things that were pressing there as well.
I told people at one point
I was just like,
I was
how
like,
am I
not
supposed
from
to get past that? Like,
I was like, I think I told somebody one time, not from another country with a dead man's dick. Would he touch that?
amen.
Meanwhile, y'all over here asking me about Chris, but you're not asking me about my supervisor, who I'm literally watching smash old girl in the galley. But that's neither here nor there. We ain't gonna talk about that no more.
Buddy, because we got stories to tell.
Wide body, bad wig. We got plenty of stories.
Got stories to tell.
Neither here nor there. But when it comes to your platonic friendships, once you have been seriously involved with someone, have you ever had someone who was threatened by the friendship you had and was like, yo, you gotta get rid of this one, I can't, I'm uncomfortable with you being friends with him?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you cut it off?
It was easier said than done, and it kind of dissipated by itself. Because it was one of those situations where I was like, we need to talk, and we never talked, and it kind of just phased out. Like, phased out. I said nothing else. It just kind of.
Was that because there were feelings there, but they weren't mutual? Like, she had the feelings and you didn't have the feelings, and you was like, hey, we gotta go our separate ways?
You know, after it was pointed out to me, that is a good possibility that there was, because sometimes I can be a little bit oblivious to certain things.
Look, me and Amy. Me and Amy are just like, yeah.
Yeah, I can be oblivious to some things, and yeah, that one I think I was oblivious to. And
it's not the only one you were oblivious to, but we won't talk about that now.
Yeah, there's a few, but you know, we're just not gonna talk about that one. We'll talk about that later. What about you, Amy? Has there ever been a friend where your significant other was like, yo, I'm really uncomfortable with this dude?
So,
hey, he better not have been uncomfortable with me, because, you know, I still can get to Wisconsin or something.
No. If he knew, and that one's a tough one, because with Josh, unfortunately, small portion of my male friends I have slept with. It was kind of when you're there and you both have an itch and neither one of you have any desire to go out and look for something to satisfy the itch, and you're like, you know what, I trust you, you trust me, let's just.
Can we just talk about that for just a quick second? I don't know. We gonna sidebar. Can we talk about how many times that happens in life, and you just sit back and as you get older, you wonder what the heck were you doing?
Yeah.
Because I find myself now in this age bracket that I'm in, looking back at a couple of things like
in the age bracket.
I really got to look back at it like that. But did I have to?
Right.
What was I?
I admit to pure laziness. It was kind of like, you're here, I'm here. We both have an itch.
Exactly.
I trust you, you trust me. We're not worried about, like real feelings getting involved. Like, this isn't going to turn into you slept with me, now you have to spend the rest of your life with me. It's more of okay, we slept together, now we just go back to how we were. we cured the itch.
I didn't learn that lesson until I think 3 years in.
Oh,
That's when I realized that sex could just be sex. Well, first 2 years I was actually in a relationship, so the third year it was just like I can do this and not feel anything later.
Oh.
Yay.
God, maybe I really was just a slut.
Again, I preface that by saying for the first 2 years I was actually in a relationship with a person, and after that was over with, it was just like you can do this to scratch an itch, and no one's got to care about it. Yes.
But like with Josh and I,
we're sorry,
other
Tori.
people in our lives.
We're sorry, Tori.
Right.
We do apologize.
No. I was actually gonna comment on that sidebar conversation.
Please do, because we'd love your opinion, because we just sound like hoes over here.
Right.
No,
this side of the screen sounds like a bunch of hoes. I need you to come on with the angelic voices.
And I legit have them in different area codes.
No, I don't know how angelic it's gonna be, but I'm a little bit different, because I was actually involved in a situation with a friend that I have been friends with for over 20 something years. And at that moment we were just like, you wanna do something? And we ended up, but the thing is that I know how I am, and I was like, I'm catching feelings. We're gonna have to stop this so that I can continue to be your friend, because now I'm getting into girlfriend mode, and I'm about to ask you who this bitch is in your phone, who you fucking around with on Snapchat. It's about to get ugly. So I was like, in order for us to keep our 20 plus year friendship, I'm gonna stop having sex with you. I enjoyed it. It was amazing. You the best. But if I don't have no serious relationship with you, then I can't do it. So I had to stop. We're still friends, but there's no sex involved.
When I got with Josh, I actually introduced him to the guy I'd been sleeping with prior to going out with him. Like, they actually hung out together. He was fully aware of the history that was there. Yeah.
Listen, Amy is the dangerous of the three of us. 4 of us, or however many of us it is, because there seems to be way too many of us some days. She's the dangerous one, because she can get away with this stuff. Me, I could not introduce anybody to anybody, because this is not going to go down.
How did this happen?
This is not going to go down
Did
correctly.
you do it?
Somebody's going to be upset somewhere.
No. Actually, Josh kind of knew the backstory to this particular friend. I had told that particular friend, because he had, was like, hey, you want to hang out? And I was like, I would love to. However, I'm pretty sure that my fiance wouldn't agree to that, given our history. And he's like, bring him out. We can all crack a beer, joke, sit around, talk, whatever. He goes, I'd really like to meet him. This is who you've chosen to spend the rest of your life with. That's awesome.
He had big balls. He had big balls.
No. He was vetting.
He really was. That's what he was
vetting
doing.
to make sure that everything was copacetic. He had to get involved in no shape, form, or fashion. That's what that was.
Yeah, it really was. And I respect him for that. And Josh and him had a fantastic evening. In fact, a couple of months later, we were invited to the Halloween party. And we went and we had fun. Josh has had a few friends like that, where unfortunately I had to tell him, because of messages that I saw come through a phone, they got to go. I understand you have a history. They got to go, because it's not even that you're soliciting this, it's that it's coming through, and they're not respecting the fact that you have someone. It's got to stop. They got to go. They ain't got to go home, but they can't be coming here.
So you don't feel that he could have just handled it himself with don't worry about this, babe, I got it. There ain't nothing. She ain't nothing. It ain't nothing.
No, because I love my husband, but he doesn't, because he has a hard time making those ties and those connections. He doesn't want to cut the ones he has off, and he'll let it continue. And for me, it was no, if this is going to continue, that disappears. For me, I make a very fine, okay, look, what we had in the past, that's the past. If we can't move on as adults who can converse because we have, shared interests or whatever else, and it needs to be completely physical, whether it's in text and you talking about what it is you want to do or whatever, then we're done. we're done. I don't need you. I chose my person. I don't need other people's. Like when home dude last night hit on me and he was like, well, you're like my age, 25. I was like, no, I'll be 40 next month. And he's going on. I'm like, yeah, no, my husband and I have been together 5 years. Like I shut that down. Shut it down now. Because no, I'm not. I think if you can remain friends and forget, I'm not saying forget the history, but move past it, then it is what it is.
So how about this one? When it comes to platonic friendships, can you be friends and never have sex?
Oh God, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
We agree. We all say yes. So we all agree.
I'm going to speak from experience and say, yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we all agree.
Well, Chris, you remember Steven?
Yes.
Yes. It wasn't until things hit a really rocky patch with Josh and I that I found out that Steven felt more. It's like, I don't see you like that at all. Sorry, I never did.
Poor guy.
Oh, okay. So I think you already said something about this, Amy, but I'm gonna ask Chris. Have you had a friendship, a platonic friendship? You had sex and then you were like, okay, we're done with having sex. We're just going back to just being straight friends.
Yeah. Had one of those.
Does the friendship last?
Yeah, it lasted for a good number of years. Unfortunately, we just kind of lost contact with each other due to moving around and things like that. But yeah, it lasted for a long time after we stopped having relations.
So were you the one who said we're gonna stop, or was she the one who said we're gonna stop?
It was a mutual situation because there was a lot of, you know how at the previous employer, there was a lot of situations that I was in that didn't have anything to do with me, but had everything to do with me at the same time. Mm-hmm. This kind of followed me from that years ago. So there was a situation where there were three of us. We were all friends, and I got chosen one night, and the other friend didn't like it and made a big fuss about it.
Wait, let's go back.
Yeah.
Wait, you got chose?
I got chose.
Wait, you got chose?
I got chose.
Okay.
I got chose. I didn't even. I wasn't even soliciting. I just got chose.
I was just saying, was this something you were you in competition? You were looking to get chose, or it was
I was not looking. I literally was looking just for a friendship. Because she is older than me, so I was just looking for a friendship. I didn't think two things about it. I'm only at this point maybe 19, 20, and so I'm still. I got no time for anything else but clowning with my friends at this point. So yeah, made friends with her. Another one of the guys that I worked with at that point made friends with her as well. We were all three friends. We would hang out with each other, have drinks and all that good stuff. And one night I got invited back to her place and got chose. I was like, okay, all right. Yeah. And so he found out about it and threw an absolute fit and was
Did you know he liked her?
I had no idea. No.
Oh, okay.
No clue because we didn't talk about it like that. Like, again, this was one of those situations where you feel like it's so far out of your league that there's no league really for it. Because literally she's maybe 10 plus years older than I am. So you figure I'm 20 at that point in time.
Oh.
She's 33, 34 at that point in time. Yeah.
So she was looking for the young meat that night. Continue.
Nope. As it was explained to me, this was one of those situations where I provided a comfort. I don't know. Again, I'm like 20, so I had no idea what this was about.
You provided comfort, like you was a whole ham sandwich, is what you're saying? That's what I think when I think of providing comfort. I'm thinking food.
Yeah.
No. He was the grilled cheese and the bowl of tomato soup.
Ooh, that kind of comfort, the sickening comfort.
Right.
Oh.
So I was chose. And I was like, okay, cool.
And you were great. You were happy to be there.
I was happy to be there.
Happy to be in the building.
I was happy to be there, boss. Happy to be here. And it got messy for a couple of months, and everybody stopped talking. Then I got a phone call I didn't get a phone call because I just got my cell phone. But I got beckoned at work one day and got told that, don't want to lose our friendship. It means too much to me. And that was the beginning of me really learning what a good friendship is and how you can have friendships with the opposite sex and it doesn't have to be about sex. So this was the start of it. And then I got invited back over and got ham sandwich. And this went on for
Wait a minute. Wait. I thought we were in the middle of your beckoning and you not losing a friendship. I thought that was the end of.
No, this story goes on for at least a couple more months.
Oh, I thought that was like
this was like a year-long storyline for me.
Okay.
Because it didn't end until the day before I left for Texas.
Oh, you were a whole mini drama.
He was the mini series. Over here, Bridgerton.
Well,
and
no, because after the whole mess, the telenovela was over and there was only one, and that was me. And I learned so many lessons in that situation. I was the ice cream, the ham sandwich, I don't know, whatever other comfort food you can put in there, and I was cool with that. But I was learning things all at the same time. And once it was over, and we were friends. Like I said, we were friends for another 10 years until we lost contact with each other. I lost her number, and then I changed my number, and my mom finally changed her number after 30 years. So literally there wasn't any way she could contact. So.
Well, already then.
Yeah.
Damn. You were a ham sandwich.
A ham sandwich.
The comfort food.
Mm-hmm. But see, that story gets even worse.
God.
When we actually
I thought we were done in Texas.
Oh no. This was a whole year storyline. When we get to the episode, I got a story to tell.
Ooh.
I'll get you the whole story.
Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned, guys.
I gotta tell you, I'm not sure how eager I am for that episode.
I don't know. I'm just hoping you guys still love me at the end of this episode, because I'm telling you, from 1 year to the next year, I was a whole ass hoe.
I mean, you know what? I know
up until 5 years ago, so was I. So
yeah, I know a lot of hoes, so it's okay.
I mean, literally.
That's what your younger years is for.
Look, no. Because see,
discovering yourself.
If
with quotation marks.
If wholeness was based, if you gave it like credit card ratings, my wholeness would grant me an American Express black card. Like
my damn.
Yeah, I'd be up in the 700s.
Like I would be a whole American Express black card. No limit.
Yeah.
No limit, just free spending. Like that's how up until 5 years ago.
It was bad.
My bad. All right.
All right.
My question to you guys then, completely off topic, nothing to do with friendships. Do y'all know y'all body count?
Ooh.
Whoa, Lord.
do you want the names? Do you want the names and ages that go with it?
No.
See,
no.
Amy
I'm
can
just
do
looking for
names
numbers.
Age and names. I cannot.
Right.
Can I say it goes past 2 hands?
You can say that. Okay, that's
yeah, it goes past 2 hands.
Just past 2 hands?
No, not just past 2 hands. Just not past it.
Mine goes past 2 hands, 2 feet. My husband's 2 hands. My husband's 2 feet. My kids 2 hands. My kids 2 feet. I'm telling you, if my wholeness was giving credit card ratings, I would have an American Express black card.
So basically,
I was just in the 795 category.
Like my credit rating would be 900 in the wholeness.
I can get you, all that good credit, that good interest rates and everything like that. I can get you the high 2%, 3% interest rate.
I'm over here thinking of
credit related analogies.
No, I'm thinking of show ideas and the titles to go with them.
Literally, if I had to, count, I think I only had 2 toes left if I had to count.
Okay, so you know round about your number.
Yeah.
That's
I don't.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think that's
right along.
I think that's why I answer the question a lot of times when people ask me about relationships, and I'm like, I'm good. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm good. I'm good.
So, do you just like to be in relationships?
I'm at that point in life where I'm just like, I can stand to be alone for a little bit. You know?
So were you one of those people who didn't mind, who sought out relationships, or you were just like, I'm just trying to smash. If a relationship got to come with it, I'll take that L for a minute.
No.
Or like, how did that work?
Honestly, the weird thing about it is that one came before the other, and it was never the relationship that came before the other.
You know, because sometimes it's okay. I relate it to this. Okay, you had no intention of purchasing, but then what happened was you walked into Sam's Club and they had that free sample, and you took the free sample and you were like, damn, I got to have more of this. And the lady's looking at you like, no, if you want more, you got to go buy it and fix it at home. Well, damn. So you end up buying it, and then after a while, you're like, yeah, I don't like this no more, and you go back to Sam's Club for the next free sample.
Okay. I like that analogy.
I was always the sampler. I was never the simpy. You know.
Oh.
I just happen to fall. I literally just happen to fall into situations that just, I don't know how I fell it. I just fell into it.
Yeah.
That's a horrible.
I just fell into a situation.
Well, I tripped and fell in someone's vagina. It's not really. I don't think that's gonna go.
You know, as much as we joked about that, it's like,
it's a true scenario.
It really happened that way. I was not looking, and next thing I know, poof.
Right.
How did we get here?
Right.
Accidentally.
See, at least you can kind of explain that you tripped and fell into it, okay? How do you explain being the hole that got tripped and fallen into? Okay.
Yeah. So, look, I'm gonna put this out here real quick. And, you know, y'all know I really don't dig too deep into my past, but a going away party from Chicago to Texas.
Okay.
The pure definition of falling into it was what's the nice way of saying this? Because this is gonna sound real nasty.
Look, you ain't like her. You didn't even like her. You thought she was you wish you had a paper bag.
No, it wasn't that. It was, I had been trying for that one, and then it just happened on the pool table. But then the one that I was actually kind of spending a lot of time with happened in the bathroom.
So you fell twice?
Yeah.
You tripped twice?
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you because I had the same type of party situation, and then I left the party and went to a private party at a whole nother location.
Yeah, so did I.
In one night. So
I didn't get home.
So
I didn't get home until like 8 o'clock the next morning, and
I'm trying to figure out.
12.
Tori's trying to figure out how she ended up being the saint in all this.
Right.
1, 2, I'm trying to figure out like what y'all stocks and children look like, because y'all done made them too much money.
No.
I've been saying that for years.
Durex,
I
Trojan,
need some stocks and Trojan for real.
Lifestyle, whoever it is.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, first off, because I saw the greatest meme yesterday, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. Give me 1 second to bring it up so that I give it justice. A friend of mine posted it yesterday. It was hilarious to me. It was the greatest thing I'd ever read. Where is it?
It's crazy how we fell into this hole here.
Trojan is a shitty.
It's crazy, but the interesting thing about it is we covered every topic that was under this topic right here.
Yeah.
Trojan.
We covered them all.
Trojan is a shitty name for a brand of condoms. It's basically named after something that penetrated the stronghold, then broke open, and thousands of little guys poured out and fucked everybody's day up. Okay, so like for me, it was never about Trojan. I was a Durex girl.
Okay. Durex. Condom of champions.
Because like when you think about it, Trojan, no.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really know people who use Trojan. Durex was always the condom of choice.
And Durex was the one you had to go with. But yeah, that one that was one wild night. But the problem was the night before I did some stuff the night before. And yeah, I left Chicago very happy. That's all I'm gonna say. Very happy.
I see. This is why Chris doesn't tell us shit. this type of stuff that Chris be hiding from us, that it's literally taken like what, 12 years for me to hear? Yep, 12 years. Yeah. So basically we have platonic friends. You can have platonic friends without having sex with them, but sometimes it's nice to have sex with your platonic friends. I think that kind of covered this.
Yeah, I think we successfully established that.
Okay, so when it comes to a solid friendship, what are like important qualities? Like, do y'all have like a top 5 important qualities in a friend? I'm not calling you my friend if you don't this, and this.
Loyalty is number 1.
Absolutely agree.
Yep.
Loyalty is number 1.
Completely agree with that one.
If because I'm going to be loyal to you, so loyalty is number 1 for me. Number 2, again, I hate to say this like this, but intelligence.
Why you hate to say that? Listen,
I like to have
I ain't even trying to be
conversation sometime, and
yeah,
there are people that I've come across and talked to. Sometimes it's just like,
you know how to tie your shoes. Why are they not Velcro?
There's nothing wrong with having intelligence on your list, because we've all come across a acquaintance or two who was not that smart. You just like, how the fuck are you living on your own, sis? How is this like? And you got kids? How Sway?
The problem is the 3 of us know a couple of people collectively that we looked at collectively sitting together and like, how Sway?
How?
Yeah.
How?
I think on my list of important qualities, you need to have a sense of humor, whether it's dark is a major plus. But yeah, you need to have a sense of humor.
Yeah, I agree, because when I am sitting in a room with Amy and somebody walks in and I can look at Amy and she can look at me and we can bust out laughing because we know exactly what's going on. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. That's quality and high on my priority list. Mm-hmm. I also have honest, and let me tell you why. Because I am not a yes man. If you fuck it up, I'm the one that's gonna listen. I would rather me tell you fucking up than a stranger tell you fucking up. We're not gonna go out and you dress like that and you embarrass yourself and me. And no.
See, at that point, that's what
change.
That's why I'm gonna treat you like your gay best friend. Be like, I'm glad you like it and I'm glad you're comfortable in it. But no, you're not going out in that. And if you are going out in that, as much as I love you, you're not going out like that, looking like that with me. Because
I'm just gonna go on record and say Latora has done that to me a couple of times. Not with clothes, but just, some slap upside the head type deal, going like, excuse me.
General.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, come on over here. Just let me slap you in the back of the head real quick. Get it together. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely me. Also, when it comes to the loyalty thing, that's important to me, because I had a friend who knew my dude was seeing someone else and didn't tell me. And she knew for a long time. And I was like,
no friend. That's a friend of me. That's a friend of me.
Where's the loyalty? Why didn't you say something? It wasn't my place.
Whose place was it?
And I said, okay, what the fuck? And then later on, she explained, hey, I had a friend once and I saw that her dude was cheating on her, and I went and I told her, she cussed me out and she stayed with the dude. I was like, girl, this is a chance you should have took, because if I ever see your guy out and he out there playing around, making a whole fool of you, making you look stupid, I'm definitely gonna tell you.
No, because I'm one of those eye for an eye.
Well, no, that was me saying in general how I felt like you should have told me, because I would have told you. But I just, that loyalty is at the top. And it's crazy to me, because anytime I think about friendships and I think about loyalty, I automatically think about, I think her name is Kanika Jenkins. Do y'all remember that story a couple of years ago? I think she was in Chicago.
I can't for the life of me figure out how and why.
She was in Chicago, right?
Yes.
That was the one who went to a party and ended up missing, and nobody
knew where she was. And
where your homegirls at?
Like after 10 minutes,
where's your friends?
Like after 10 minutes, you were like, okay, homegirl went to the bathroom. Like, is she dying?
So
if my friend is so messed up like that and she's barely walking, we're going to the bathroom.
Yeah. She's
not going anywhere by herself. We're gonna go. But I think that's also part of a generational difference. Because these kids are so much into cancel culture and so much into it is what it is. You can be my friend today and you might not my friend tomorrow, and the frenemies thing. To whereas we were more loyal. I know that I had a group of friends that we go to the club with. We go together, we leave together. If you like old boy, he's gonna have to come to your house to pick you up after I drop you off. At least I know that you made it home safe. And that was just how we rolled. So whenever I think of loyalty, I always think of that girl, because I think like, damn, if one of her homegirls that she came with had just went with her, had just been a loyal friend, she probably wouldn't have been dead right now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever loyalty comes to mind, that always comes to my mind. Like, I don't understand how you cannot have loyal friends. This is the prime example as to why you need to know your friends are loyal, because
me and my friends, when we would go to the club, we had, we were all adults. It was kind of one of those, okay, look, I know we rolled in here together, like we all met in the parking lot, we rolled in together, and our plan is to all roll out. But here's the thing, dude lives on this side of town, I live on that side of town, it's already this time, we just gonna roll to one or the other and go like that. But we got phones, we got code words, and we know that there are certain words that can be sent across that if you don't get a response to it that should match that word, something's wrong. Because like if the code word was like banana, like somebody just randomly texts banana and somebody sent back question mark, you knew there was a problem. But if you got banana followed by cherry or split or smoothie, whichever, combination of safe words we had chosen, you knew there was a problem, because this word should automatically prompt this word. And if it doesn't prompt that word, you knew where I was going.
Yeah, I never, ever went anywhere with my friends, people that I legit call friends, without having a plan. There was no way in the world we didn't have a plan when we entered the club and how we were leaving the club. Even to a point of, okay, hey, you're way past inebriated, you're gonna come to my house tonight. Or, stuff like that. Like, I mean, literally, I had 25 people in a 1-bedroom apartment because we were all just sloppy and we couldn't get anywhere but to my house. Like, that's the only place anybody remembered was my house. So yeah, like loyalty means a lot to me, especially me. And then I made sure everybody had a bowl of cereal before you left, and made sure you was sober enough to drive, because I sure as heck did not want to get any phone calls saying that you didn't make it to the house. And you better call me when you get to the house too.
Yeah, I find I'm still, and it's really funny because even to this day, Brittany is still one of those, let me know you got home. Like, Brittany is one of those, will send her friends a message when they leave, let me know you got where you were going. And I'm like, wow, you're 17 going on 70. I love you.
Yeah, like you definitely cannot. As a friend of mine,
I don't know if this would fall under honesty, but trust, would that be considered the same thing, or is that two different
things? I think
No.
it's completely different.
Okay, so yeah, I gotta trust you too, cause bitch, you're not supposed to set me up.
That too.
Because don't sit up here thinking that just because I got a stimulus, we got a stimulus, and I'm about to hit my girl in the head. No, I gotta trust you. I gotta trust you with my secrets. I gotta trust that you're gonna keep this shit between us. I gotta trust that I ain't gonna see my shit posted on Facebook.
Yep.
But again, being a Xennial, we didn't have to grow up with that kind of shit. We didn't have to grow up with those type of worries. We just had to make sure we trusted our friend enough that she was gonna keep our business to us. Yep. We didn't have to worry about she done posted a picture of my ass walking in the old boy room and it's all over Facebook or whatever. So trust, honesty, loyalty. It's like dating a man for me. I need these in my relationship. I need these in my friendship. These are non-negotiable. Those are my non-negotiables, at least. So yeah. So how about this one? What does your friend circle look like now compared to when you were in your teens and your 20s? Because my shit is real small. Okay, it used to be a big old friend circle. My shit is small.
Yeah, my circle is very small.
Mine is probably still about the same. There is the inner circle, the outer circle, and then the far circle. And it still stays about the same. There, of course, these days, the inner circle is much smaller than it was back then, but it's still kind of the same dynamic. And if you're in the inner circle, then you're usually in that promoted friend category of family.
I think for me, as I got older, I don't want to say my patience got thin. It's just like I was in my 20s. Is that what it was?
Patience got thin, because mine did too. Like the older I've gotten, my patience has gotten thinner and thinner to a point where I don't accept a lot of the same things I used to.
Right.
Like, I don't let
It's
it
like,
slide anymore. I don't.
That's
let
what
it,
that. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like when I was in my 20s, I could let shit go. Now I'm like, I don't have time for that shit. So fuck it. It is what it is. I'm not to say that I'm part of the cancel culture and I'm quick to cancel you, but it's just like, okay, if you moving left and I'm moving right, then okay, that's just what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna turn around and go left and try to pull you back to go right. It is what it is. Do what you want to do. But I think, is that what it is? My patience got thinner?
Yeah, patience got thinner.
That and my tolerance for bullshit.
There you go.
That's
I got super low tolerance for bullshit. I have super low tolerance, and it's just like, no thanks.
Like there was some petty drama that took place at my current job, and for whatever reason, like on Facebook, I was unfriended because of association. And I went like this because I told the person, they made a comment about, oh, you want to be petty? I can be petty too. And I unfriended, and I went, wouldn't know nothing about that. Caught the hints that I threw at. And she was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, no, I said, let me put it to you this, at my age, I don't care if the petty drama that didn't involve me, that I was involved in strictly because of the relationship that I have with the parties involved. If I'm going to be unfriended with that, I said, let me explain it to you this way. It's great when the trash takes itself out, because I don't unfriend people on Facebook. Like, that's too much effort. If you are really done with me, go ahead and delete yourself.
You can, thank you.
Because obviously it means more to you than it does to me. Like, people look at the amount of friends I have on my Facebook page and they're like, you only have 76 people. And I'm like, yeah, imagine that. 76 people. I don't need 473 friends to validate my being. But if the petty drama was so much that you had to unfriend me, that's fine. I don't care. You did not hurt me in any way, shape, or form. Like, I
can rock with that. Yeah, it doesn't. That was what you were saying was reminding me of a meme, and I can't really think of the exact words, but it was like, I raised my hands to the sky and breathed, exhaled deeply. Oh, there you go. And out of my fingers with the last solitary fuck that I had, or some shit, something like that. But
that literally is me in my age group right now. It's like,
and it's
I have none to give. Like,
yeah, it's just got none.
Nothing.
It's kind of like this one. Step right up. I've got fuck yous and fuck offs, and go fuck yourselves reduced for free. There's enough fuckery for everybody.
But literally, that's just how life is these days. I guess for us, because it's just like, bro, I don't know why you thought we would care so much, but like, I'm not sure how we gave you that wrong impression that we cared the way you think we do, but we don't.
Right. It's like, I don't need you to think for one single second that I really gave a damn about any of it. Like,
right, because I mean, up until
good luck to you, buddy.
Up until she had made the comment about, you want to be petty, I can be petty too and unfriend you. I made the snarky comment, you don't say. And she caught it, and it was like, I grew up in a generation where my status and my friendship wasn't based on my social media profile. Now if I've got somebody that I'm really close with and I know there hasn't been a falling out, there's been no misunderstandings, and I suddenly notice you're missing from my friends list, I might reach out and say, hey, what's going on? Like,
right, like what happened?
Because I know that certain social medias sometimes have glitches where they just delete people for whatever reason. I've watched it happen, but it's like, you want to tell me what I did that suddenly we can't be friends no more?
I don't even care.
I don't even
care. Listen, if I see, when it comes to social media, if we were friends yesterday and we not friends today.
No, but see, I might question if like you or Chris unfriended me on Facebook. Like,
okay, I get what you're saying. There are certain people that you'll be like, wait a minute, what the hell happened?
Right, like I thought we were good.
But like, other people, you just be like, girl, I was waiting on you. Shit, thank you.
Right, like I said, it's really nice when the trash takes itself out. And people are like, are you calling me trash?
It is.
No, I'm not calling you trash.
No,
I'm making
what it is.
It's one less thing I have to worry about. you know, sometimes you go through your house and you clean and stuff and you're like, you know what, I don't need this anymore, and you throw it away.
Yeah, those random papers and wide body schedules that just be laying around in the closet and shit. What the fuck?
But and I always find it funny because
a clean house is always a nice house.
But it's always funny that those same people who drop you like that are the first ones to come running when shit goes bad and you're the only one that can help them.
Asking you for help and stuff. I'm sorry, you have 1,500 friends. Pick one, not this one. Pick another one. 1,500. Choose one.
Choose one of those people you thought were there for you.
With. Yeah, I was all good a week ago.
And that's, you know what? That's also the kind of friendship I don't like, and I've known I don't tolerate anymore, as like I did when I was in my 20s or teens or whatever, compared to now where, you know, when I'm eating, we eating, but when you eating, I'm starving. Them type of friends, or the type of friends that, you know, shit is popping off and it's going good, it's going great, and you seeing she out, you know, with someone else, helping them out, and then she gets in trouble and you're the first person she calls. No, ma'am.
No,
I'm good on that. It's okay. I'm cool on that.
Why don't you go call them other people?
Yeah. And not even no love lost. Just that I just don't want to associate myself with that anymore. And so therefore, now here's the thing. I will say this. I have something I do that I think might be a little bit bad, but I really don't know how to do it any other way. But I'll ghost your ass in a minute. I'll just stop talking to you. Deuces. I even had an ex-friend of mine call me and was like, hey, I ain't talked to you in some months, girl. It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. And I'll ghost you. And I realized that I would really hate for somebody to ghost me and at least not give me an explanation as to what I did. But at the same time, it's like I try to avoid confrontation. So it's easier for me to ghost somebody. And I know that's so horrible, but I'll ghost your ass in a minute. It is what it is. We ain't got to talk no more. I'm good.
Give them a straight thumbs up, like, okay, we all good. Thanks for coming out. God bless you and good night.
Exactly. So, story time.
Which one you want me to tell?
I'm gonna let y'all pick one. But have you been betrayed by a friend, and would you like to share the story of your betrayal? Y'all looking crazy. Have y'all been the ones betrayed?
No, I wouldn't say I betrayed anybody, but I have been betrayed by someone I thought was a friend. And I'm just trying to see how I'm going to frame this story because it didn't end well.
Okay, how about this? I'll go ahead and go first.
Go right ahead.
One of my friends, who will remain nameless, had introduced me to a person that we worked with. Hey, this person is really cool and everything. You should get to know this person. You know, I don't like females like that. But I decided, okay, well, let me just go ahead and try to get to know this person. And so we became really, really cool. I really liked this chick. I really liked her. And she was a little bit younger than me, and so we talk about all kinds of stuff and everything. And I would tell her some of my boyfriend, fiance issues at the time, and we just go back and forth with information. And one day I went and I checked his phone, and they were texting each other, which I didn't like because, yeah, you were texting my fiance. So I approached her about it and asked, you know, what's good? Because I like this girl. This is my friend. I like this girl. What the heck is going on? Oh, we were just, he told me we were planning something for you, is what he told me. Now, we all know that's a whole lot. So I went to her, and she was like, I was just asking him questions, and we were just talking, having a conversation, and I was just asking him questions and everything. The thing about it is that the stories didn't match up. If she had said the same thing he had said, then I would be like, you know what, okay, my bad. I did that. I was doing too much. I blew it out of proportion, but the stories didn't match up. And I think it was more of she didn't think I was going to approach her, or he didn't think that I was going to approach her. And I ended up losing what I thought was a pretty cool friend. She's a pretty cool chick. And I ghosted her ass. I stopped dealing with her because, you know, you texted my fiance. And I don't know if that's kind of petty. That might sound a little bit petty. Like, damn, were y'all even really friends? You should have talked it out or something. But I just felt like if she needed to know something, she should have asked me. She asked me about everything else, but she wanted to talk to him about something. So it was just, of all the people, she could have literally talked to Chris. Of all the people, she chose my fiance. So I was like, okay, I had to let that one go.
wouldn't call it petty. I mean, it just kind of depends on the nature of the conversations.
It was flirty.
Yeah, didn't see.
Now there wasn't no like, hey, let's meet up or anything or nothing like that. It was a flirty, hey, I saw you the other day. You was looking kind of cute. Thank you. You was looking cute too, type of thing.
Nah, see that's going somewhere else.
So I was upset and I was hurt by that because of course that's my fiance, so I'm already hurt with him. But that girl, I liked her, and so yeah, we are not friends, but we're still friends with her. So there's that.
Hey, I'll tell you the rest of that off the air because you know how I feel about that situation. That one. How I feel about that one.
So now that I've warmed y'all up, y'all got the betrayal stories ready?
Yeah, I mean, I had one, and it was what prompted me to our 2-3 episodes back, the OPP episode where I hooked up with my boyfriend's best friend. It was after one of my best friends. Like, I thought it was weird when she went to him to tell him that she thought she was pregnant. Like, why are you going to my boyfriend? Why?
Tell us this part. We could have forgave the OPP.
Well, no, y'all remember how I told you I found a thong in the bottom drawer?
I didn't know there was a pregnant thong in the bottom drawer.
Yeah, she went to him with a pregnancy scare, and I found out about it, and I'm like, why did you go to him?
Hell no.
And she's like, well, I just wanted a guy's perspective. And I thought to myself,
that guy,
all the other guys in our friend group, and you chose my boyfriend. My boyfriend.
Now, see, that leads me to ask another question. Are y'all comfortable with your people getting close to your significant others? Because now you have things like this come up where, hey, I thought we was cool enough. I could text him at 2:30 in the morning and ask him.
No. See, okay. So this particular friend group, there were 6 of us. There were 3 guys, 3 girls. And within this friends group, one of the guys in the group had dated all 3 girls, and one of the girls in the group had dated all 3 guys. I was that girl. Okay, we were in high school. It was never one of those where anything got physical. They were kid relationships. So it wasn't ever anything like that. What got me was it was all prompted over a spring break where I had gone to stay with my dad for spring break that year. And she was going on about this boy at the lake and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then all of a sudden there's a pregnancy scare from this random guy at the lake. Okay, first off, sweetheart, spring break was 2 weeks ago. How you gonna have a pregnancy scare already? Like, we close enough friends that our cycles are matched. So no, you ain't even due. Why you going to my boyfriend? And then I went to his place that weekend, and I had, bare clothes and things that I kept in the bottom drawer because we lived out in the country. So you would go out in the yard and do something, and the yard would be muddy. Come back in, your clothes are muddy. Well, I wanted to change your clothes. I didn't want to wear his. I was, smaller back then. So, and I'm digging in the drawer, and I'm like, whose is this? And he's like, that's yours. And I'm like, no, this is about 3 sizes too small to be mine. And then I started putting things together, and I'm like, oh, so she went to you with the pregnancy scare because she thought you were the father. And the look on his face spoke volumes. I was like, all right, bet. And I went to her the next day with the thong in a Ziploc bag, and I went, you left this behind. And she just looked at me and she's like, you don't. And I went, no, there ain't nothing to misunderstand here. There's no reason it should have been in the drawer at his house. None. So yeah, it's all right. Karma came back full circle because she's now 2.5 times my size and everything else. And
oh, well, damn. Okay.
Righty then.
Christopher?
I don't think I can. I don't think.
You ain't got nothing to top that one, huh?
Wow.
Top that one.
All right. That's okay.
There's always methods to my madness and why I do the things I do. Sometimes it's just, because it's fun. Sometimes there's actual reasons behind.
And alrighty then. So, you got nothing, Chris?
Yeah, no, I can't touch that. I can't touch that one.
Well, to flip it a little bit, have you met someone that you was like, ugh, but y'all became friends? I have a story. This woman, Paul Christopher, yet again, says, hey, you should go.
I'm in a lot of these stories this episode.
You are so in a lot of these stories. And Chris says, hey, let's go talk to what's her name. She outside. And I'm like, listen, Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even like that chick. I'm not feeling her. I'm staying away from her. I don't like her. She always sleeping. She don't do nothing. And he's like, no. She's a hard worker. And she go to school. That's why she sleep like that. I'm like, no. Fast forward to today. She is one of my best friends in the world. Hey, Derry. Hey, how you doing, girl? But she's one of my best friends in the world. And I do owe that friendship to Chris. He got that one right. It don't happen often. But when it do.
All right.
I gotta give credit.
Wow.
He got that one right.
What was your impression when he introduced us?
I was like, we'll see. And then I saw how you
Hard pill to swallow.
Yeah. And then I saw how you handled the radio. I was like, oh, I like this. This one I like.
No, you liked her when it was snatching weed time.
Listen, I was just trying to figure out whose weave it was. And did anybody get it on tape? Did she bring it to the office? I'm just trying to find out what's going down.
Tori,
what terminal is it? Can I get somebody to sit down real quick so I can come? I was trying to figure all the good stuff out.
Tori trying to figure out if a white girl gonna leave the airport on her own 2 feet or in an ambulance.
Like that was that was the whole story. I was just like, no, Tori, no. No to all of the above, Tori. No to all of the above.
I have any friends like that.
Me?
I do have. No, I liked you, Tora, because we could sit under the shade tree and throw shade.
Oh yeah, we're good for that.
we were sitting under the shade tree like we got shade to spare. Come on.
Yeah, we're good for that. It made the day go by faster.
Oh, it did.
The day was so much more enjoyable and entertaining when there's shade to be thrown.
Oh,
especially when you threw it at certain crews, like
right. And the best part, doing it on the radio, like, and they had no clue.
Or sitting up there plotting and planning. Yo, should I send them all the way over here?
Yes.
Send them 36. Turn around and send them to 18. Go back and go to 27.
Wait.
Go to 12.
No, please don't, because that's more work for me.
So yeah.
I want to answer this one, but I can't without causing major issues within the circle. I'll explain once we're done recording.
I'm interested, but my antennas. I'm interested.
There's a 2.0 version that I'm not real fond of because I always keep saying I prefer the original.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's why I'm like, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, yeah, understood, yeah.
Oh man, there was at least 1, 2 people. There's like 2 friends that I have that the very first time I met them, I literally was like, One of them in particular, I fought it for a long time. Like, I don't want to talk to this person. I don't want to have anything to do with this person. I want this person on this side of the room and I'll be on that side of the room. Like, we just stayed away from each other. Turns out that we had a lot of stuff in common, and after a couple of random conversations, wound up being friends. But that one in particular, the first person, I really stayed out of their way. Like, I didn't want to have anything to do with them. And it was the attitude that was given off. But once I figured out what the attitude was about, then I was like, oh, okay, I can fully understand this.
Do I know either of these people?
No.
Okay, because I just kept hearing Bob. It's Bob? Never mind.
Was never. Listen. It took me leaving to have a conversation with Bob. So
and I still ain't had one with him. I still ain't had though.
God bless him. But the second person, I wasn't too fond of them either. They actually liked me, and I just did not like them at all. And I was just like, and they tried their best. They tried. And eventually they kind of grew on me, and I was just like, okay, all right, fine. Sat down and had a conversation with them. I was like, all right, you're not that bad. Okay. You're not that bad. It's like, you're not that bad. All right, cool. I got you. All right, we can be friends. We're still friends to this day. But yeah, at first it was just like, I don't want any more friends. I got enough friends. I don't want any more. They were like, no, you're gonna be my friend because I liked it. Yeah,
I've had that before. That's funny to me. Like, yo, I'm good on the friendship. No. We're gonna be friends.
Right. Like, I'm good though. I'm good.
For me,
no, you're not.
We ain't friends though.
It's like
I told you I was good on friendship, bitch.
right.
But anyway, that was neither
those-
here nor there.
Those are the ones I like to call the Klingons. You're kind of like, no matter how many times you try to wipe it off and wipe it away, it's still there.
Yeah. I'm gonna save my comments. So, okay, so what about that one time y'all almost got arrested? I know y'all got stories. Come on. I know y'all got stories. Come on, get out of here. Don't act like you don't. Chris, why you looking like you ain't got no story? Get out of here.
One time I almost got arrested. I got arrested. So there's no one time I almost got arrested. No. I got arrested.
With your friend behind your friend.
No, this one was solo. But the one time I got almost arrested behind my friend, actually I got shot at. So, and then we started running for dear life. So
Okay.
and this was Chicago. This was the 90s. This was 17, 18-year-old Chris that could still run. Yeah.
Look, I need y'all that like they can't see this face. I'm so glad they can't see this face because this is all double chin and everything. Like, damn.
Listen,
Like, oh, okay. Oh.
listen, all we were doing was at the store. Somebody came around the corner, you know, in that scene in Boys in the Hood where they got Ricky. Well, they didn't get Ricky this time. So
Oh.
came around the corner, started shooting, and me and my friends were together. And there was a cop at the other corner that just turned on his lights and started going after us. And we're like, why are you going after us when we just got shot at? And we hopping fences and all kinds of good stuff to get to
Backwards.
back to his grandmother's house. We were just hopping fences. I think we hopped over like 5 fences, ducked down, cops passed. We broke up. Somehow we went all in different directions to start running and ended up in the same direction when we got down the alley. Can't figure that out. I think because that's how close we were.
That's
And I think
like-
we are.
I think that's like every early 90s movie.
Like we all ended up just right back in the same spot.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
was
thinking
like,
about it too, and I'm like,
I'm
yo,
like, how did
I've done
move,
that too.
man? I'm trying to hop over this fence too. Move. Tore up a whole shin. Like there's still a scar on my shin to this day. Tore up my whole shin because he wouldn't move out the way. Tripped over the fence. Roll, get to the next fence, get in the house, realize my pants are bloody, trying to figure out if I got hit or if nope. Rolled up my pants, skin gone from the chin. I'm like, oh, that was the fence. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's my one time I almost got arrested behind my friend's situation and we didn't even do it.
Oh.
Now,
Hey,
there's been a
me.
couple of times where and folks got chucked around the store behind my friends, but
The one time I almost got arrested with my friends, I was 15, 16. We were on a school trip, a school sanctioned trip for a choir competition, and we were in the hotel restaurant having dinner.
Uh-oh.
And
Where we going with this?
our waiter wasn't much older than us. And of course, we're all a bunch of 15, 16-year-old girls, no parents, chaperones are off doing whatever because, we opted to stay in the hotel for dinner. He brings us our ticket, and because I'm me and the outspoken one in the group, I'm all like, what if we can't pay this? And he's like, well, then, and I was like, no, seriously, like, we don't have enough money for this. So he goes and gets his manager. And his manager comes over, and now mind you, none of us looked our age. We were not dressed as though we were there on a school sanctioned trip. And the manager comes over and he's like, well, you'll have to wash dishes. And then I'm like, but what if we break them all while we're washing them? And this particular hotel had an off-duty officer who worked security during the, dark hours at the hotel. And he realizes that this manager is getting flustered because he doesn't know how to handle this situation. So he walks over and at this point, he's walking into well, if you break all the dishes, then and I'm like, but what if? And the officer's like, well, at that point, then you go to jail because it's theft of services. And I was like, oh, and 15-year-old me pops off with, if you cuff me, are you going to beat me and pull my hair too? Because he was prepared to take us all to jail that night. And then he was like, how old are you guys? And I was like, well, we're 15 and 16. And at that point, he looked at the manager and was like, you are on your own, and walked away. We paid the ticket and went about our day. But it was, that was we almost got arrested, and it was because, Amy had to be a smart ass.
Because Amy had to harass the worker, had to
Well,
harass the help.
Well, okay, look, 15-year-old me thought the officer was pretty cute too, which is why I said, if you cuff us, are you gonna pull my hair and call me names too?
Oh boy. Oh boy. He's
And
like,
at that,
listen, the way my pension is set up,
and at
I
that
ain't trying
point,
to lose that.
he was actually considering it until he found out how old we were. And then he realized that 15 wasn't worth 20.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, yo, my pension, and I like to have my job, and I don't want to be a sex offender, so maybe I should just go ahead and just walk away from this situation.
Yeah. So that was the one time I almost got arrested with my friends.
So that one time that I almost got arrested, I'm pretty sure there's more than what I can think of, but the one that comes to mind is like me and my bestie, my twin, my twin. She found out her dude was cheating on her. Found out where the girl lived, and she found out her dude was over there.
Y'all went full cheaters on her.
Say less, chick. Say less, chick. I got the car. Let's go. We got her homegirl was there, who's gonna remain nameless, but I like that chick. Her homegirl was there. Let's go. I got a car. So what did I do? Hopped in my car. Wait, before I hopped in my car, I opened the door so the girls could get in. I put my 7-month-old daughter in the back car seat, and I put my seatbelt, and we left. So we get over to the apartments, and I said, "Which one is it?"
First and foremost, why you got my niece out there like that at 7 months old? Like, and my niece is all out at the fight and stuff. She's just all there. Continue.
Now we know why she is like she is when it comes to her mama.
You know.
Oh man, put my baby in the car. Let's go. Let's roll out. Which apartment is? She's like, I'm not sure. She said, I think it's that one up there. Okay, cool. So what is we gonna do? What's the plan? She's like, well, there's his car right there. Her whole girl was like, I got some eggs and some bologna. Let's set it off. So she went over there. I'm over here. I'm on the lookout. Listen, I'm looking out for y'all because I got baby in the back seat. I ain't taking her out the car and I ain't getting out the car, but I got y'all. Go ahead and handle your business. So I'm over here, I'm looking out. They doing whatever they doing to the car. I don't say nothing. Do whatever you doing to the car. So her homegirl says, well, which house is it? She's like, it's that one. So she goes up, knocks on the door, covers the little eye hole, knock on the door. A girl answered the door. She said, yes, is your name X, Y, and Z? The girl was like, yeah. And she looked behind the girl and seen our boyfriend back there. Hey, over here. Yeah, he here. Oh my gosh. He hurried up and ran to the door, pushed her out the way, closed that door shut. They banging on the door. Yeah, come on, look. It's a scene. It's a whole scene. We got people coming out of the damn apartments. Everybody coming to the parking lot. What the hell's going on? The girl calling out from the house apartment. I just called the police. I called the cops. They gonna be here in a minute. That's all right. That's why your shit fucked up. They fucked up the car and everything. They beating on the door. You better not let me in. We hear the sirens. Hey, let's go. Got in the car burned off. One time I almost got arrested behind my friends.
You went full cheaters episode.
Listen, when I tell you loyalty, I'm not playing with you. You ain't gonna never ask a question if I'm loyal or not. I'm not playing. That's my friend. You're not fixing to fuck her over. That's my friend.
Done. Not even said nothing. Just bum rushed old girl and got in the house. I mean,
and you know what? I think that was a discussion afterwards, and we had said that, but I think it was more adrenaline going on in that moment, and nobody thought about that.
Oh, see, no, I think I'd have really mucked his life up and cut the valve stems off the car, because now you got to buy brand new tires, because by the time you realize they flat, you done shredded them.
I can't remember if she had sugar. I know she threw some bologna on his car, and I think it messed up his paint, and I'm almost for sure that there's some eggs was there, and I'm not sure if there was sugar or not, but
no. Valve stems, just cut them bad boys off. It's a slow leak.
But hey, one time I almost got arrested.
You got to call a tow truck. You got to put 4 brand new tires on. And depending on how soon it was caught, you may have to buy new rims too. I'm just, not that I fully know. I'm just. You
know what? And now that I'm thinking about it, I had another confrontation with that same dude at a different time. I almost had my brothers hurt. But never mind. That's a different story. But anyway.
That's for the I Got a Story to Tell episode.
And there you go. That's all I got to. Here we go. We'll tell that later. So, what about lifesavers? Your friend ever say your life, or you ever say your friend lifesavers?
Yeah. A couple of times. Again, growing up 90s, mid to late 90s, my neighborhood, I just happened to catch out of the corner of my eye a car coming down the street that was creeping. And before anybody could make a move, there were shots fired. Obviously, people didn't have great aim back then or even now, because I was able to, get him down on the ground, and you could just feel the bullets just going past us or whatever. But yeah, I tackled him right then and there. He didn't know why he was getting tackled. Let's put it that way. And until he heard the shots hit the concrete. And it was over in like 20 seconds. And he got back up, and we was like, you know what? Let's just go back in the house. Let's go in the house. Let's not even talk about it. Let's just go back in the house.
I listening to your stories, I realized my kids are not really hip to that, because we can be sitting outside and I'll be like, let's go in the house. He going too slow. They be like, why is it a big deal? He going too slow. And it's like, for 90s kids, it's an automatic thing. He's going too slow. We need to hit the ground or go in the house. And it could be he's DoorDash and he can't find the address. But our brains are so wired to the 90s that we're like, nope, go in the house, hit the ground, go in the house, crawl. Why is it such a big deal? He going so slow. But yeah. I was just thinking about that.
Those of us that grew up in the 90s are probably a generation of people that suffer from PTSD at some point, because people don't understand why I don't like being in a crowd. Like, I don't do crowds. That is the one place where I feel very uncomfortable. It's in a crowd, because I don't know what's getting ready to happen. There's too many of y'all. I can run, but it's too many of y'all. And yeah, even when I was doing, gig services, the slowing down part even annoyed me, and I was the one slowing down trying to look for the address. But I knew that, if I slowed down too much, it might look a little suspicious, and it just didn't work for me. And I'm driving, and I'm like, I need to find this address now.
Right now. And I get like that too, where I feel like I'm driving too slow, and I'll end up saying, okay, well, let me just pull over for a second so everybody knows I'm not a threat.
Right,
I'm really looking for an address over here. So yeah, I don't think I have a lifesaver story. If I do, I do not recall at this time. But what about you, Amy? You got a lifesaver story? You save a life, somebody saved yours, something like that?
Saved mine because I probably would have been dead, for sure. Way back in the day, again, 15, 16, was hanging out with some friends that I knew from grade school back in an area where I used to live, where my brother did. Had some friends. Buddy asked his buddy to hook him up. We all went down to the pond, got high, didn't realize that what he had gotten the hookup for was laced with other stuff that nobody had asked for. And the last words anybody heard out of my mouth were, "Look at me, I can walk on water," as I was continually walking along the bottom of the pond, and nobody had seen me for like 5 minutes. And they remembered that the last place they saw me was walking into the pond. So when I disappeared for 5 minutes, they dove in and started looking and pulled me out, and then babysat me for the rest of the day.
Were you still walking on water at the
yes
point,
well, I thought I was walking on water. I was walking along the bottom of the pond, so nobody, and I'm one of those
walking
you weren't on it, you were under.
But that's what happens when you get the hookup for weed that's been dusted with angel dust that nobody asked for.
See, mine was embalming fluid, and I didn't understand anything, and I was alone. So my friend was with the guy that I was smoking with. He was with. He failed to tell me that this is what we were going to experience, and I rode the train from downtown Chicago to south side Chicago, and I didn't move. I didn't blink. I didn't move.
See, that's the thing about trust that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I need to know that you ain't gonna lace me up.
Lost it right there, like that, and that's when I lost trust for people giving me stuff. After that, unless I know you just don't hand me something.
Son, I wrote myself.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, and how the times have changed, because I just looked that particular friend up. I honestly am surprised he's still alive.
Well, already.
Yeah, mine. This particular one, I don't think he made it. unfortunately.
So yeah. So okay, what about that friend that we ain't spoke in months, but when we do, we don't miss a beat? Y'all got one of them?
Yeah, I'm looking at two of them right now.
Listen,
right.
The lies Chris tells, we speak every day. Every day.
Before that, it was
okay, maybe once every 6 months. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I was gonna say, I mean, up until Chris reached out to me for this endeavor and it finally being brought to fruition, because it's always been one of those things that was talked about, and then he finally hit me up. I think the last time I had talked to him was after I went on my 2-week vacation, courtesy of the county.
Oh.
yeah.
So yeah, it was one of those, like, I talked to him for a little while prior to me moving here, and then once I got here and he knew I was safe here, it wasn't until right around my birthday of the year after I got away from my 2-week vacation courtesy of the county.
Yeah. I can say that
there you go.
Yeah, that's definitely us to an extent, or it was. Not anymore, guys.
Right.
But it was. But also bringing up our mutual friend who lives in Arizona. Every now and then she'll pop up, be like, "Hey, girl!" And when she pop up, you know, it's a nice little old get together. I don't speak to her daily, but we text, you know, holidays, birthdays, that type of thing, or whenever she come to town, and it's like, let's go get it cracking. We don't miss the beat. So yeah,
definitely.
I do actually have other friends like that too.
Yeah,
we have not talked to in forever, and I'll reach out if they'll reach out, and we'll act like we were just talking yesterday.
Yeah. And I can do that also with my best friend. Now, here's the thing. My best friend of 37 years, he is married. So he's married. He has a home life and everything. So I try to, I can't relate. So I try to like chill but when we talk, it's great conversations. He's one of my best friends because he is so honest with me. Like, he's like, I don't give a fuck if this hurts your feelings. I'm gonna tell you. You should have came to me a long time ago and told me. I could have told you the dude was trash. You should have told me about him a long. Now look at your feelings hurting shit. You should have told me a long time. Well, listen, sir. You know. And the thing is that there's no issues with me and his wife or anything, because I love her to death too. And I honestly, I talk to her more than I talk to him. But when we do talk, it's a party every time. There's a party. But he be like, you need to call me more often. Sir, you live out in the boondocks, which to me, Frisco is the boondocks, okay? That's a long way from right where I'm at. So I don't want to make that drive, baby. I ain't trying to traffic. Traffic? It's got to be a good weekend where I know I'm gonna take my time. But yeah, he's also like that, where we don't talk for months on end, but when we do talk, he's like, you should talk to me about this months ago. I could have told you he was trash. Damn. But yeah, so I guess that is the wrap up for the show, ladies and gentlemen. We have covered our friendships, and if you are new to our podcast, please go back and check out our OPP episode and our relationship status episode, because those are the prequels to this one, and you're going to need those.
Yeah.
You're going to need those in order to understand some of the tidbits and the Easter eggs we have hidden in our other episodes. So feel free to check us out. You can catch us everywhere you listen to podcasts.
Everywhere.
You
can find us on all social media platforms too.
We there. Yeah, we there. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, fuck yous, hey girl, hays, you can hit us up at our email, xennials7270@gmail.com.
No, that's not. No.
The Xennials podcast. Is it the Xennials podcast?
Yeah.
What is it?
The Xennials podcast 7270@gmail.com.
Y'all know I just copy and paste, right? My bad.
It's all good.
I got you. Let's say goodnight, Tori. Let's get up out of here. Y'all have a great week.
Good night. Tora.
Good night.